Welcome, Pisces. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot doing your new moon in Leo reading. The new moon happens on the 24th, and in light of Uranus moving into Gemini, there's a particular kind of energy. Uranus is conjuncting Venus also in Gemini that is triggering some interesting immersion from your consciousness. I call this energy very broadly divine, feminine energy relevant to all people, all genders. All of us have every quality, every planet, star, asteroid is in our chart. So this is relevant for everyone. This idea that we are born with gifts, with talents, with a special ability that we have often felt had to be sacrificed in order to have other things that were more valued by the social order. And this energy that's rising up is demanding that we integrate this energy not only into ourselves, but into everything that we do. No longer compromising and believing that it is a zero-sum game. In other words, if I want this or if I have this, I can't have that. And that is actually being put to the lie and is a time emphasized by Pluto in Aquarius for us to challenge that idea that we can't be whole in every activity or environment we choose. Your overall energy is the Seven of Swords, which is bringing to mind an old story. The story that I'm getting is a relationship, perhaps, or an environment where you always experience the same result. There's always an unhealthy conclusion or outcome that you'd rather not look at. You're trying to avoid this. You're not sure that when this person, I'm going to talk about it as a relationship because that's how it's coming to me. When this person comes into your life and it feels like it is back and forth, on and off, you usually have the same response. You may have a loving, accepting, tolerant response to this person, believing that they need you, that they can't do without you. And you are seeing through this, not necessarily on their behalf, but for yourself. You're seeing this as something that holds you back or limits your participation in the areas you wish to move into. And with the World card on the bottom of the deck, I do believe you're wanting very much to close this out, but you're not necessarily wanting to confront it. So you can rely on this person to come with the same story, the same compliments, or the same flattery, or the same woe is me story. And you just don't want to deal. You're kind of hoping it goes away, knowing that it may not. But closure is what you desire. And I believe this is just the moments before closure of this relationship actually arrives. You're understanding that this person isn't able or willing to give you the help that you need, and so you're seeking that help elsewhere. I'm going to get the reading started with an crystal oracle, and this one kind of jumps at me a little bit. The card is a sunstone, and the key word is empowerment. I'm empowered in all areas of my life. And I love this so much. In fact, this new moon in Leo occurring today is actually about the way that you empower yourself through your routines and your habits, who you choose to work with, and the activities that you take up intentionally. It's very much about your overall well-being, understanding that relationships that you are deselecting are a part of your wellness. your preparation for the opportunities that you have, to do your best to be available, to recognize those opportunities as appropriate. This is a general reading, Pisces. It isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. If you find that this reading resonates for you, please like this and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I love your comments, your thoughts, your appreciations profoundly. They really help me. They really buoy me up. And I recognize that you are spending time here with me, and I don't take that for granted. So for your 10th house, this is the way others see you, your social identity. The Four of Swords shows you actively withdrawing, actively stepping back from a situation. And that may be part of the way that you are avoiding something that you really don't want to have to deal with. You really don't, you already feel like you know where it's going, and it isn't in a place that you want to be. You don't want to expend the time or energy. You're really busy trying to learn the lesson of perhaps a relationship or an opportunity. Why has it always disappointed you? Why has it always failed you? Why has it always ultimately rejected you? And in that way, you're really having to understand that this experience is part of your growth. It's part of your development. It's a part of the way that you're learning to define yourself, in as much as what makes you work at your optimal, what makes you be in your optimal space, who supports you to be in that optimal space for you. And this perhaps relationship, it certainly feels like it's from the past, is not it, and you know it. And it, rather than brush it off, you're really looking deeply at why you have chosen this over and over again in the past, and why you're not choosing it anymore. In the first house, the house of your perspective, the way you see the world, the Six of Swords is you actively recovering from this experience, this relationship, kind of drawing a hard line between those things that don't support you, don't contribute to your success, to your growth, to your are not equal to the task that you would like to build into a relationship, the goals you'd like to pursue as part of a team or a partnership. You are moving away from whatever habits and environments that fostered that sense of failure, that sense of chaos, that lack of peace, that you are now trying to reclaim some authentic power over your life, something that affirms who you potentially are. And this is very much a part of this very intense new moon energy. We're in Lionsgate as I speak, a kind of supercharged portal of our stepping into our power with an understanding of what that means, specifically what the responsibilities of that are, and those responsibilities towards ourself, as in your well-being. How do you tend to that? Do you really respect yourself enough to give yourself the best? Certainly the best that you have offered others in the past that may not have been reciprocated. In the fourth house, this is the house of your home, your family, your soul. The Chariot card, I love this card. For me, this card sings self-acceptance, self-love, not trying to be like everybody else, dropping that, not trying to fit in, not because you don't belong, you do. Particularly you, Pisces, see the connection between everything and everybody. This is one of your many talents and gifts. But this idea that you don't need to do anything to be a part of something that you are already a part of, and that you can stop allowing yourself to be distracted by those relationships and experiences that don't reciprocate, that don't give back to you, that always have a request, an unreasonable request or expectation that you will help. And so this is about keeping your sacred space, defending yourself, speaking up for your sacred space, the opportunity to exercise your talent and gift. That's the focus that you need right now. And that is your foundation, this focus on what your mission is and how you are uniquely qualified to address that, to create that. In the seventh house, the house of your significant relationships, is Six of Staffs. So we've got 2 sixes on the table, which is beautiful for balance. This is something I do believe, as your 6th house is emphasized by the new moon, particularly for you with Pisces rising. But whatever your placement in Pisces, it really doesn't matter. This is relevant to the ways in which you create the environment for you to be efficient and productive, for you to be healthy, for you to be well. And the Six of Staffs here shows that you are making victories in your commitment to your ultimate goals. You're working as part of a community already. And the idea that you are being selective about that community, who's a part of it, is an emblem of your victory, of you learning that you have special gifts and talents that are respected and entertained, participated by, engaged by particular people, special people that you are connected to. And that gives you the commitment to do your part, fulfill your responsibilities in a way that gives you the love, the appreciation, the recognition of those you work with, those that are part of you, this circle, this highly productive circle. And this victory means everything to you, because you are recognizing the limitations in the patterns in the past. And you're exercising your ability to align yourself with people that are doing something that you want to do. Creating that circle around your own mission, your own goals. So this feels like a really productive time for you. In the first house, the Six of Swords is clarified by the Six of Cups in the second house and the Knight of Wands in the third house. So we have 3 sixes on the table now. And that is, again, emphasizing this idea of balancing, in this case, of your second house, your values, your possessions, the things that you are important to you, even your aesthetics, is around balancing your natural gifts experienced in freedom and joy in your youth, and the way that you leverage that talent into the world now. And you are perhaps remembering or reclaiming an experience of joyfulness in your talent, in your gift. You're moving forward with that gift, but in a community as part of a team. So you're understanding that your skills in particular, Pisces, you are one who understands, feels what others need. Instinctively, you are an ideal community member, an ideal collaborative partner, because you are respectful of the needs of each, and you support each to move from their area of strength and power as you do. The Knight of Wands is just your enthusiasm. I shouldn't say just. It is your enthusiasm, your excitement about learning something new. This new environment, I feel that you are choosing, that you are moving towards, is about this collaborative team effort, part of a community, that you have a very unique place in moving it forward, in pioneering it, in motivating it, in training it, in educating or informing it in some way that's important. as you are very much opening yourself up to new ways to learn, new languages of learning for you, and your ability to understand what others need makes you a perfect teacher, a perfect leader. In the fourth house, the Chariot card is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles in the fifth house and the Two of Wands in the sixth house. You are so hardworking, Pisces. It's ironic that all the Pisceans that I know, or the ones I'm aware of knowing, are extremely hardworking, diligent, work around the clock, work 2 and 3 jobs, never stop when they're on a bead. This is such an interesting quality that helps you to unleash your creative energy, because you've got a lot of creative energy. And you are disciplined, you have a work ethic. So it's no wonder that your friendships develop from your place of employment. Your lovers are friends, your colleagues can become friends, your teachers can become friends. You are someone who is diligent in the pursuit of information that you need, is diligent in your willingness to devote yourself to something to allow it to become as good as it can be. And this is a beautiful quality of devotion to your craft, loyalty to your team, to your colleagues who do this work with you. There's a lot of benefits that ensure your success in something that you love to do. By the way, if it's not already obvious, you love your work. The Pisceans I'm speaking to love what they do. You understand the healing power, but you're also looking at how far you've done, how far you've come, that you are, again, in a place of understanding what you've done in the past, in this idea of balancing out your energies, the gifts you came in with, your expertise, and planning those out forward towards the world, towards an unfamiliar community, using your strength to move into unknown places where you have no fear, but you absolutely have a plan. And that is such a beautiful occurrence. I love that. In the seventh house, the Six of Staffs is clarified by the Justice card in the eighth house and the Knight of Pentacles in the ninth house. So you have a lot of exploratory energy right now. You are interested in finding out more about what you need, more about what you want to do, more about what you need to do, be successful, and creating that plan, taking the time to envision what you truly desire. The Justice card is again emphasizing this idea of balance. And this makes me think back to our opening, that you are moving away from behaviors, activities, relationships that signal an old way of being, an unhealthier way of being, so that you can contrast what you used to want, what you used to believe could be there for you, as opposed to moving forward in a place where you're finding your colleagues, your matches, your collaborators, those that are in alignment with your goals. But you had to do that by changing your behavior, by realigning yourself with what you knew would support you moving forward, not the things that held you back, not the things that hadn't grown, aren't growing, don't understand how important it is for you to grow as you move towards what you define as success. There may be some inheritance. This is something that came through in the last reading as well. There is some largesse that is a product of your lineage, your ancestry, your family of origin, that you are coming, that is due for you, and that you have already earned, that you didn't even have to earn. It is the result of who you are and the lineage, your heritage. And that is something that feels like a compensation to you, not for being who you are, but for what you've suffered, what you have gone through, what you have experienced. It almost feels like a balancing of that, a redemption in some way. But you understand what to do with that energy. You're taking the time to measure where you are and to ground yourself in a concrete, productive vision. The Four of Swords in the 10th house is clarified by the Empress in the 11th house and the Nine of Pentacles in the 12th house. I love this. You are and have everything you could possibly need. You are recognized for your incredible talent, for not only your ability to work hard, to be productive, and to know how to work efficiently and productively. This keeps coming through, that you're really in sync with the way things work naturally. You take nature as your guide. You not only work and support all others in the process of creating something, building something beautiful, sound, useful, but you also allow yourself to receive the praise, the love, the attention that you deserve. And this is quite a gift in our world. There's no apologies for being you. Uh, uh, there's no deflecting compliments or praise for what it is you do. Just because it feels easy or natural to you does not mean it is easy. It is work. Everything you do is work. It's a process of your awareness. And this has put you in this beautiful space of sovereignty over your life. You are in your garden at the end of the day. You understand where you begin and where others start. You relish the opportunity to enjoy your own talents, your own time, your own company, and the things that you have pursued, your own interest. This is also coming to a place where you realize that you've gotten to this place by continuously investing in yourself, in your resources, so that you have a bit of a balance in order to reinvest not only in your interests, but in the interest of others that are aligned with yours. So you're in this place of being on your own and loving it. Sometimes this is kind of called the bachelor card. And although it is so important that none of the cards define anything in that clear way, whether you are in a relationship or not, you are your own person. You stand on your own 2 feet, and this independence gives you the ability to choose what's right for you. In that way, it makes you an ideal partner. Partners that are whole within themselves, that come together for a purpose. So I see you preparing for new relationship, new partnership. Perhaps it is with this partnership a professional or working partnership or collaboration. Whatever it is, you are clear about your needs, your desire for success, and ways to support yourself, to respect yourself. And I'm going to finish this reading with the seed and sickle. And I pulled, oh hell, Excuse me for that. There we go. I pulled Belladonna face up, and number 20 is not only the Judgment card, which is about a huge life-changing commitment that you've made, a huge recognition and commitment you're making to your own talent. It's also one of the octaves of the High Priestess card. So here you are gaining wisdom that is only for you, that is not meant to be shared with others widely. This is not part of your education program, but it arms you with the ability to train, to inform others, to help others, to be open to new ideas. Belladonna reads, Belladonna is a card of inevitability and sacrifice. There's a conflict inside of you, making it difficult to focus on the task at hand. The shears of Atropos, the Greek goddess of fate who gives Atropa Belladonna its names, are snipping at the threads you've carefully put into place. Perhaps it's time to sit back and consider where things have become entangled. You may have to place some of your other projects aside to stop the main one from becoming completely knotted. I would love to hear how that sets with you, Pisces. If you would love to drop a comment in the comment box, I'd appreciate that. If you like this content, there's more here. I appreciate your likes and your subscribes. Until next time, namaste.